am not only a TCRG, I'm also certified in power yoga. So I wanted to do a 10 to 15 minute warm up that we do at the beginning of every one of our classes. So the benefits of yoga would be to get stronger and more flexible. And it's definitely a great mind-body connection, so you can really work on your mental stamina dancing and physical stamina as well. So let's just get started. And you can use a mat. Any kind of mat will be good. You know, the better the mat, the more stick there is. Or you can, if you don't have a mat, you can use a towel and just use a towel on a floor. All right, so spread your knees nice and wide. Bring your big toes to touch. Spread your hands out in front of you. And your hands are slightly wider than your shoulders, and you're just gonna let your head fall into the mat, resting your forehead down. So press your finger pads into the mat, and we're gonna start breathing. We're gonna do 3 big inhales and exhales. So take a breath in, expanding your ribs, and exhale, let it go. This time we're gonna breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, which is what we do in yoga. Inhale, and exhale through your nose. So it's almost like you constrict the back of your throat. One more time, inhale. And exhale, press your hands into the mat, come into a high plank. Set your hands underneath your shoulders, squeeze your bottom. You want to rotate your shoulders back so your triceps are facing the back of the room. And you want to take another breath in here. And exhale, lift your hips high to the sky and come into your downward facing dog. So you can start with bending your knees. Then the goal of this is to keep sending your hips up, up, up. So it feels like there's a slight arch in your back. If you can straighten your knees, go ahead. You don't feel pressure to do that. It's your practice. So you're going to take 3 breaths here. Inhale, and then a big exhale. So make sure your feet are 6 inches apart, and your feet are also parallel. Good. Keep rolling those triceps back. We're just going to take one more big inhale together. And on your exhale, look forward, bend your knees slightly, and walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. So really extend your spine through your head. Press your hands into the front of your shins. Roll your shoulders back. If you need to come up higher, so you get rid of any kind of bubbling in your back, go for it, and exhale, fold. Inhale, again, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. One more time, really pull up on your quads, press your kneecaps in, engage your legs, and exhale, come into your high plank. Make sure your wrists, again, are underneath your shoulders. Shift your weight forward for chaturanga. So it's basically a tricep push-up with your weight forward, and then upward facing dog. Bring your weight to the tops of your feet, roll your shoulders back, use the mat by pulling your hands towards your feet, and it should open up your hip flexors. Good, and then upward facing dog. So you lift your hips high to get back to this position. So take an inhale here, and an exhale. 2 more times, breath in, pressing your fingertips into the mat. You want to try to get about 80% of your body weight towards the back of your legs. Take another inhale. And exhale. Step or float to the front, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, reach up over your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. So that's high to low. Upward facing dog. Press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale through your nose. So you want to get used to matching your breath to movement, which is going to translate into your dancing. So it will help your stamina. A lot of times people run out of stamina because they forget to breathe. So go ahead and make sure your head is relaxed. So it does not have to be aligned with your arms. It's just hanging. Take another inhale. And exhale, step or float to the front. Floating just means it's a hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 inhales and exhales here. Good. And then see if you can lift up all of your toes. And then try to lower 1 toe at a time. So you want to try to make sure your toes are always spread out and you're not gripping your toes. Good. Keep your tailbone reaching to the sky. 1 more breath in. And on your exhale, look to the front, bend your knees, step or float to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Queen chair, big toes to touch, sit low. So your heels are only about 2 inches apart. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Good, see if you can get your biceps close to your ears. And slide your shoulder blades down your back. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze everything towards your midline. Lift your chest up a little bit more. Take another breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift your right leg up. So keep it in parallel and flex your foot. So it's not going to go very high. Press into your hands to get that left heel down. Keeping your hips level. On your exhale, step through warrior 1. So turn your left foot into the mat, so you're flat on your foot, and your back foot, your left foot is 45 degrees, maybe even 60, pointing towards the left corner. Pull that right hip back. So see if you can really square off your hips. Check in with your knee, make sure it's over your ankle. Good, and keeping your arms nice and close to your ears. Inhale, reach back, staying low. And exhale, ground your hands, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing on the left. Lift your left leg up in parallel. Press your hands into the mat to get that right heel down a little bit more. Square off your hips. Good, reach through that heel. Take another inhale. Exhale, swing it through. Warrior 1. So twist that right foot in. So it's 45 or 60 degrees. So you're facing the front. Your left foot is completely parallel, facing the front. Make sure your knee's over your ankle. And eventually you want to get your thigh bone parallel to the mat. You just go where you're comfortable for now. Inhale, reach back. And exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. You can always choose to bend your knees or straighten them. Even if you have a slight bend, you'll still get a nice hamstring stretch. Take another big breath in. And exhale, step or float to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Queen chair, just 1 breath, sink low. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot step, warrior 1. Step right in between your hands. Inhale, reach up. And come right down, flow through to the other side. Up to down. Exhale, and meet back in down dog. Good, take your left foot through. Warrior 1. And then chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, let it go. Good, release any tension in your neck. Exhale. 1 more time, breathing in. And exhale, step or float to the front. Halfway lift. Fold. Queen chair, big toes to touch. Sink down a little deeper. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Keep squeezing your legs. From here, stay low and lift your arms back up. That's how low your chair should be. Good. Bring your weights back slightly. Lift your chest up. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga. upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, this time point it. And exhale, swing it through, warrior one. So your hips are facing the front. Exhale, open to warrior two. So your back foot adjusted, so now it's parallel to the back of your mat. You want to make sure your right knee is over your ankle and bring your head right over your shoulders, right over your hips. Notice if you're holding your breath. See if you can come down like 2 more inches. Flip your palm, reverse. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Roll the shoulders back. Good, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, point your foot, turn your leg out. Exhale, swing it through, warrior one. On your exhale, open to warrior two. Make sure your left knee is over your ankle. Adjust your back foot. So you can have a heel to heel connection or heel to middle of the foot, whichever one's more comfortable. So every time you step through, you want to step through your hand, and that way your stance is wide enough. Okay, a lot of times people don't have a wide enough stance. Come down 2 more inches, flip your palm, reverse. And exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're almost there, take an inhale. And an exhale. Good, take another breath in. Make sure your feet are 2 fist widths apart or 6 inches. Exhale, releasing your head. One more time, breath in. And exhale, step or hop to the front, halfway lift. Fold. We're gonna pick up the pace here for the last part. Queen chair, 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot step, warrior one. Exhale, open to 2. Inhale, reverse. And chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot step through. Right in between your hands, warrior one. Exhale, open to warrior two. Reverse. Chaturanga. One more time each side. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot step. Warrior one. Open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. Up to down. Exhale. Left foot, last time. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, bend your knees. Hop to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then from here, bend your knees slightly and slowly roll up. One vertebrae at a time. So that took 13 minutes. It's generally 10 to 15 depending on, you can do 3 to 5 breaths. So if you want to work on your strength and flexibility, and you also want to work on being really present in the moment on your mat, that will definitely help with mental stamina doing your steps. And also breathing, practicing breathing with movement. This is a great place to practice it. Sometimes the Irish dancing, you know, the steps are so complicated. There's so much stuff going on with people dancing all around you. It's hard to practice that. So this is a good way to do that. All right, if you have any questions, you can always email me at maureen@teelin.com. So have a good day. Workout Wednesday. Woohoo!